Greetings from Los Angeles. May sound like I have a little bit of a cold, and that's because I do. I'm on the downside of a cold that's been lasting now about 3 or 4 days. But today I recovered my sense of smell, and so I thought that it would be a good idea to smoke a pipe. I haven't had a pipe since Thursday evening, so I'm smoking in my Rattray Macbeth Army mount. If you just heard that, that was Lucy. She just walked past, my cat. I'm sure you'll see her at some point in either this video or the following videos. And what I'm smoking is Dunhill early morning pipe. It's still relatively early morning, at least it is for me. I'm on vacation. I have my Canada 150, even though I'm not Canadian. Still, I'm celebrating with my brothers up north. 150, which was last July, I believe. Got this when I was in Toronto, and inside of it, some nondescript coffee. Oh, that tastes good. And I've got to tell you, being away from my pipe for 3 or 4 days, coming back and lighting it up, it was, to quote the immortal words of Sergeant Savinelli, this is a unicorn fart. My taste buds are dancing. But I'm sure you didn't tune in to watch my taste buds dance. What I thought I'd do today is have my very first YABO, a true YABO. You know, on my first video, I kind of had a quasi-YABO. I opened a Peterson that didn't have a condenser in it, and we're dealing with that. But today, we have a new Peterson coming in the mail, and I'll show you what that's about. And it's linked to this style of pipe. And if you're not familiar with the style, this is called a army or a military mount. And I like them because you can detach them while the pipe is still hot and not worry about doing any kind of damage to the shank or the stem. So you can see here, this is a 9mm. I can pull it out and nothing very drastic happens. You can clean your pipe right afterwards, and I just like the style. I also love the style of the Zulu shape. For some reason I like the lines, and it's very elegant. The Rattray Macbeth. So this is a wonderful pipe, and I use it almost exclusively for my morning smoke, which is going out on a regular basis because I'm talking so much. But here we go. Later this week, I'd like to give a VR to not the Lucky Piper, 58 years old. This is what happens. The Happy-Go-Lucky Piper for his giveaway celebrating 100 subscriptions. So we'll be doing that a little bit later this week probably. I'm on vacation for the next 3 weeks, so I've got a little time on my hands, which is kind of unusual. All right, so let's get to the YABO, see what's going on with that and how it's related to this, and have a little smoke together. Here we go. Comes all the way from the UK. Very carefully wrapped, thank you, but not wrapped so well that it takes a chainsaw and a torch light or a torch to open it up. Here we go. A Peterson. What kind of Peterson? Let's find out. The suspense is just killing me. Here's the bag, and in proper YABO tradition, we will have the unveiling. Oh, it is a Peterson spigot, round stone, I had to look, round stone marble pipe. Look at that. And you notice it has a military or army mount. It's a Peterson. Look at that beautiful stem. Nice compact pipe for driving or just moving around. I couldn't be more pleased. Okay, so, oh look, they even included a 9mm filter. Thank you very much. And it's a Peterson 9mm filter. Everything is here. How very nice. Okay, good. So, what I wanted to talk about today, a little bit, was this concept that I love so well of the military or army mount. It has a kind of an interesting history. When doing some research, I noticed that there's a story attached to this. And the story goes something like this. During World War I, there was a British soldier, presumably in the trenches, who broke the shank portion of his pipe. To repair it, what he did was he took a shell casing or cartridge, cut off the end, put it onto the pipe, and then stuck the shank, or excuse me, the tenon into it. Thus, the military mount was born. A little bit of a problem with the story. It's a great story. But in doing some further research, Peterson came out in their 1905, that's my cat moving the camera. Thank you, Luce. We appreciate that, all your help. It's very helpful. How are you today? How are you today, sweetheart? Yes, I know. So, what happened was, Peterson came out with the pipe, and it came out with the pipe in 1905. In their catalog, they had an army, what they called an army mount pipe. The problem is, World War I didn't start till 1914, so there's a bit of a 9-year discrepancy between the story and what Peterson had been making. So it's likely Peterson is the one who came up with the concept to call it the military pipe. I think in 1949, if I remember correctly, they just started calling it the army mount. So that's the origin, but it's a great idea, and it's caught on, and not only is it useful, I like the looks of it, I like the feel of it, I like to be able to take the pipe apart that way. Sometimes I'm not the most careful person in the world, and so instead of carefully doing this, you can pretty much just dismount it this way. I also wondered if the origin had something to do with the bayonet, how you kind of mount the bayonet on like that. But I found out some other things as well. The other thing I found out was that there is a, excuse me, time for a little coffee. There's another type of mount, Peterson is the one that also pioneered this, called the Navy mount. And the Navy mount was simply a flush mount. what we would call a flush mount. They called that a Navy mount. Now, I don't know if the term is used widely today or not, but I thought that was kind of an interesting concept. I don't really know why they labeled it Army or Navy. 1905, I'm not sure exactly what was going on then that might have led to such nomenclature, but I thought it was a bit of an interesting history of the so-called Army or military mount device on the pipe. I'm coming up on 10 minutes, so I think I'm going to sign off for today. It's a beautiful day in Los Angeles. It's probably going to get to be about, maybe 70 degrees Fahrenheit today. Still very dry. A beautiful afternoon, even more beautiful afternoon to smoke my pipe. And thank you for joining me. Hope you have a wonderful day. Look forward to seeing you next time. Bye-bye.